What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Chris Lato, retired F-16 pilot turned UAP investigator. Today I want to go through a recent article by Alex Dietrich. Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich served as one of the nation's first female strike fighter aviators as an FA-18 pilot from 2001 to 2020. Same times I flew F-16s, actually. She logged more than 1,250 flight hours, 375 carrier arrested landings, and was awarded a Combat Air Medal for 206 combat missions flown in OIF and OEF. So I think I have 2 Combat Air Medals just based on number of missions you've flown in combat. But she did get a Bronze Star. That's a medal for a boots on the ground deployment to Afghanistan 2010. I don't really know what that means, but it is a Bronze Star. She has taught leadership, ethics, and critical thinking at George Washington University, U.S. Naval Academy, and now serves on the faculty of the University of Colorado School of Engineering in Boulder. She's an advocate for Legacy Flight Academy, a foundation that promotes diversity in aviation, and Wings for Val, supporting women in aviation. Alex Dietrich was Commander David Fravor's wingman during the Nimitz engagement. So she was up there, she was piloting the second aircraft that was with Commander Fravor. She was getting the training for that day. And she saw the Tic Tac, and she came out and spoke about it publicly. So she had the courage to speak out. She went on national TV, 60 Minutes. Didn't look like she wanted to, but she did. So courageous, and she is continuing to speak out on the UAP phenomenon. Let's go through her article. Chris Lato, welcome to Lato Files. This article is from the Debrief. Opinion: the power of cooperation can help us solve the mystery of unidentified aerial phenomena, now anomalous phenomena. This is by Alex Dietrich. It's an opinion article, February 17th, 2023. She starts, yesterday, the president held a press conference on the issue of unidentified anomalous phenomena due to a flurry of recent activity. So again, the Debrief, Micah Hanks has been pumping out content. Biden addresses unidentified objects amidst calls for greater transparency from lawmakers and scientists. Yeah, that would be awesome to have for all of us. Let's see if we can get it. Alex Dietrich's a lot more positive than I am. She states, the nation was captivated by a suspected Chinese reconnaissance balloon floating across the United States. Continental United States, so they confirmed it was a reconnaissance balloon, supposedly. This incident prompted NORAD and other U.S. agencies to adjust their radar scans. They tuned down the sensitivity, or increased sensitivity. The filter changes have exposed more unidentified objects, and another 3 were shot down over the weekend. These events highlight a long-standing domain awareness gap confronting our collective consciousness on 3 fronts: military defense, aviation safety, and scientific inquiry. This is definitely a domain gap I've highlighted in the balloon domain. So if you go from basically 80,000 feet, the surface ceiling of the U-2, up to space, which is essentially low Earth orbit, there's not much in there, okay? It's kind of like a no man's land where space balloons actually can just float around kind of willy-nilly. If we haven't known about it, or if you're not looking for them, then maybe you're not going to see these things, right? They don't move, so radars aren't really going to pick them up. They're not moving. You're not picking up any velocity change, so no Doppler shift to pick up. So they're slow. They move with the wind. And so our radars are tuned to kind of detune these things. So they kind of like camouflage. You know, they're in this no man's land. You can see the U.S. not really knowing what to do with it. Is it a military issue? You know, is it a safety issue? Or should we be looking at for scientific inquiry? I think all 3. Officials have since disclosed that the Chinese military had previously breached U.S. airspace on at least 4 other occasions. We are now aware of those early incursions due to political and popular pressure to investigate and disclose UAP activity. So this just highlighted that, oh yeah, so you thought it was political, you didn't like Biden? Well, guess what? It doesn't matter, because it's going to affect both of our parties, right? It's going to affect the U.S. because we already had incursions earlier. Alex Dietrich continues, are they a threat? Are they a natural phenomenon? Are they disruptive tech? Should we shoot them down? Who has jurisdiction? If we don't know what it is, how can we establish who is responsible and pays for the surveillance, response, and subsequent operations? Who's going to go shoot it down? Should we be shooting down Hobby Lobby's balloon? It is a slippery slope that deters even a hesitant first step towards attempting an answer. I think that's one of the reasons, right? People don't even step into this, because as soon as you say the word unidentified anomalous phenomenon, or those 3 words, now, man, you open a whole new can of worms. You open a whole new can of worms, as we've seen in the media. I started asking the same questions nearly 20 years ago in an F-18F flying off the coast of California. My colleagues and I encountered something we cannot explain, an anomalous flying object in broad daylight against a clear blue sky and calm waters. This is the Nimitz engagement, and this is the gold standard. There's so much information there. We have so many credible witnesses, and she was there. She's spoken out. Thank you so much, Alex Dietrich. Our carrier strike group have been watching anomalous hits on the radar for days. That was Kevin Day. He's spoken up about that as well, where they actually saw crazy contacts coming down from space. So the ballistic missile defense system was actually picking up these contacts. And Kevin Day, in his radar session, he was in command of the Princeton radar. It's this advanced Aegis radar. He was picking these things up. So once airborne, Dietrich took off. We were vectored and asked to investigate. We merged and visually acquired the object, a matte white oblong shape with no apparent flight control surfaces, visible means of propulsion, or smoke trail. Yet it outmaneuvered us with ease. That's amazing, right? Just consider that. It's not a balloon. We saw these engagements here, okay? You heard it. They were relaxed. If you listen to my live audio analysis of the Lake Huron F-16 engagements, they're relaxed. They're flying around this thing. Okay, they're not being outmaneuvered. It's not outmaneuvering them. Okay, it's just sitting there floating in the wind. Whereas here, during the Nimitz, they said this thing just pieced out like a bullet. Okay, outmaneuvered them with ease. Basically, Fravor and Dietrich said it was able to come from the water up to their altitude without any issues, no signs of propulsion. That's just amazing. How do you answer that? Okay, so disregard everything else. If you look at the Nimitz case, man, pretty hard to answer back. Thanks for being here, everybody. Smash that like button if you do like this content. Consider subscribing to get notifications of when I release future videos, at least every Friday. And then you can support the channel at patreon.com/Chris Slater to get backstage access. Thanks for being here. We communicated in real time via radio and then debriefed the intelligence team and chain of command back aboard the ship. Another F-18F launched and managed to capture a video of the object with its forward-looking infrared. That's with the targeting pod. A screenshot of the video has since become an iconic symbol of UAP encounters. That's the famous FLIR video captured by Chad Underwood in his F-18F. As she states here, the Nimitz encounter is one of many. Like I said, many. There are many, many of these encounters all around the world. Think of that. Pilots and credible eyewitnesses on the ground for years have reported and verified objects with unknown provenance and exotic capabilities. It would be irresponsible to suggest that any or all of these reports represent the same tech or are of the same origin. They are, by definition, unidentified. But we do know that collectively these anomalies expose a blind spot in our ability to sense them in the first place, track them in real time, and predict where they might pop up next. So just sensing. The first step to realizing you have a problem is identifying the problem. First problem here is sensing these things. Just getting some more detection, more analysis, more data. Are UFOs real? Yes. Look at that. From Alex Dietrich, man. She can say that. Are they a foreign adversary? Maybe. She doesn't think they are, is what it sounds like to me. Are they extraterrestrial in nature? It's possible. It's possible. Should we keep investigating? Absolutely. From Alex Dietrich, are they extraterrestrial in nature? It's possible. It's possible. Think about that. There are many potential answers to the UAP mystery, and those answers are not necessarily mutually exclusive. Truth is persistent. Whatever is happening here, it will be revealed. She's optimistic about that. What about the past 80 years? If the truth's so persistent, how come we haven't made any headway? Whatever is happening here, it will be revealed. Okay, I think we need to keep pushing. How quickly depends on our collective commitment to authorize and resource appropriate agencies who can effectively leverage sensor technology, capture crowdsourcing reporting, look at that, and mine the collective data. Interesting. I totally agree. This is what we're going after. Can effectively leverage sensor technology. That's through our Sky 360 camera systems, capture crowdsourcing reporting, right? Get people to actually grassroots, help, do it, engage, and then mine the collective data. For us, it's just getting the best videos for Sky 360. Despite persistent snickering, anytime the topic of UFOs is broached, NASA has managed to convene a committee of high-respected, high-ranking representatives from the DoD, FAA, and academic institutions for an ongoing UAP study. Yes, they did create the study. They didn't really fund it, only $100,000. And we'll see. The Pentagon's commitment has evolved from the small advanced aerospace threat identification program into the robust all-domain anomaly resolution office. Private industry is rising to the occasion with rapid innovation and agile solutions. We'll see, right? I mean, you can always just keep making new offices and then it looks like you're actually doing something, but you're not really doing anything. You're just making new paperwork. You're just shuffling your paperwork around. So where is the data? Okay, that's what we want. We want data, actual analysis, information, that you're doing something, right? But so far, not much is going on. Okay, you had an ATIP program, great. You had a UAP task force, great. Now you have the Aero program or Aero office, whatever you want to call it, Aero, great. Okay, we still haven't seen anything. And then Biden said he was going to put out another task force. He's creating another task force, which supposedly has more powers than Aero. Why not just empower Aero? So I don't know. I think they're just shuffling a bunch of paperwork around. There's Alex Dietrich, the Black Aces. Look at that. She says, Enigma Labs is on the leading edge with a mechanism to systematically capture and analyze reporting at scale. This is pretty interesting. So Enigma Labs, come search with us. This is basically you can get on the wait list for their iOS app if you upload a video. So what I understand is you can submit sightings here. So submit sightings, and they said they have over 270,000 sightings that they're logging through. I haven't heard of that. I wish she mentioned sky360.org. That would be great. And then finally, Congress has also made an impressive bipartisan push on the issue with Senators Gillibrand, Rubio, Warner, Graham, Heinrich, Blunt, and Representative Gallagher, I hadn't heard of Blunt, speaking out to break the taboo and push agencies to cooperate and take UAPs seriously. That is so true, man. Thank you so much. I think nothing would be happening really unless it was for Chris Mellon motivating Congress, really these congressional members and others to look at it, right? And that's where we can really help the people. Where we can really help is call in. If you care about this stuff, then they have to care about it. The congressional leaders have to at least say that they care about it, right? The partnership between multiple objective parties, systematic data collection, and careful analytic methods will move us toward reporting and listening, away from ridicule and stigma. We can move the needle away from the unknown and toward the known. Be vigilant, stay curious, look up. We have barely tasted the sky. Taste it. It's interesting. Tastes like air to me. Yeah, I like she's optimistic. I am optimistic as well, but not from what'll happen with the government. You know, I don't think if they haven't shown us their cards in 80 years, I really don't think they have the ability to even show it now. It's not that they don't want to. I think they don't even have it. I think it's been squirreled away. Or, I'm just not optimistic that the government will tell us. For me, I'm optimistic in these other programs, Sky 360, Enigma Labs, getting our own information. I mean, if you look, basically that was all open source. All the information we essentially got on our own. For these past shootdowns, man, we got our own information. Yes, the Pentagon did release pictures of the balloon being packed up, but they released no pictures of anything else. They didn't release the audio. They didn't release the FLIR video. So I would say contact your congressman, ask them to release the FLIR video from these engagements, right? If anything, we can get practice on seeing what a balloon is, because they always say it's a balloon up there, but at least we can get identification on it, get some idea. If you have more questions about the shootdowns, I did a 2-hour, 15-minute live stream last week, answer all your questions. We'll go through and put chapters in there. So check out that live stream if you do have further questions I may have already answered. Otherwise, put down in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you think we'll actually break through? Do you agree with Alex Dietrich that we should be optimistic on these things? Or do you think it's just another snow job? Because again, look at the mainstream media. Now UAPs is off the label. Now it's all balloons, right? Now they're going to say, oh, look, everything we shot down was a balloon. UAPs are obviously just balloons. They're going to be mundane answers. So what do you think? Is it a false flag engagement, or do you think we're actually making some headway here? Thanks again for being here. Smash that like button if you did like this content. Subscribe, and then go to patreon.com/Chris Slater to support the channel itself and get backstage access. Go to UAP Society Discord. That's where you can upload videos to our Discord. Okay, we're still building it, but we're building the community. We have our own. If you have UAP videos you want to share, or you want to just come in and chat with people in the UAP Society, we have some exciting projects coming up. We're going to deploy those Sky 360 systems at Melt Wilson Ranch, and we're going to get our own data. Stick around, subscribe. We've got some exciting videos coming out. Have a great day. Peace.